What is up, my people? What is up, you guys? I hope you guys are doing so well wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is. Hope y'all are doing good. Today's video is going to be basically me showing you a bunch of things that I have been liking in my life, maybe even loving. I don't want to go that far. I've really been liking these things, but you know, love is a strong word. So I'm going to say these are things that I've been really liking and that have been really helping my life out. So I don't know, maybe it inspires you guys to go and pick these things up or try these things out, and maybe they will help you out in your life. So first things first, a big thank you to the sponsor of this video, White with Style. They are a professional teeth whitening company. You've probably heard me talk about them before because I've been whitening my teeth with this product for like a year and a half, maybe 2 years now. Really enjoy it. Cruelty-free, vegan. This is what it looks like right here, or what you will get in the mail, and yeah, I really like it. I have the strawberry flavor, and you get up to 10 treatments in one purchase, but I've gotten so many more than just 10 treatments out of this. I've had this same one for like a really long time, and I've gotten probably like 30 or 40 treatments out of it, honestly, because you only need to use a small amount. I've had this thing forever, and I still have this much left. It's about right here at like 3 milliliters, and it comes with 10. And so yeah, this is what a new one will look like, because they just sent me a new one, and yeah, I'm not even out of my old one yet, and I've had it for probably a year now. So it lasts a long time, as long as you don't, like, you know, use an excessive amount. I do a demo in one of my other videos. I think it was my morning routine, or yeah, I think it was my morning routine. So if you want to see me use it in action, just go check out my morning routine video. I believe that's what it's in. And yeah, I do have a discount code. It is an amazing discount code. It is for 90% off. The original retail price is $269.99, and I am going to give you a code, which is Alison H Kit 28, and that of course means that you will get it for $28. $269, 28. So my code again is Alison H Kit 28, and that is valid to get the teeth whitening kit for 28 bucks, or it's also valid for getting the teeth whitening kit plus the natural coconut activated charcoal, and that retails for $297.99, but I am giving it to you with my code for only $56. So again, both really great deals. I hope that you guys use that code. It is the only thing that I use on my chompers to keep them nice and white. So yeah, thank you guys for sponsoring this video, and now to move on to the other things that I am loving, which that is one of the things that I love because it keeps my teeth white. But moving on to the other things, I'm going to start off with makeup just to get that out of the way, because there are a few makeup products, mostly makeup products, but there are a couple other things that are not makeup related. First things first is foundation. The two foundations that I find myself reaching for the most is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation, and the shade that I'm wearing today is Warm Beige, and I really like this foundation. It is definitely a thicker foundation. Like if you put on your hand and go like that, it's not going to go anywhere. So it is nice and thick, but what I like about it is the coverage. It just has amazing coverage without looking too heavy. I don't know what it is about it. It's oil-free, has a 14-hour wear, which I don't think I've worn it for 14 hours straight. I think I've worn it close to like 9 or 10 hours, which for me, that is enough time to be wearing a foundation, and it has held up really well. I think I mentioned this in my last video that a good wear test for me to see if I like a foundation is how bad it settles into my laugh lines, and if it does not settle into those super bad, then it is a great foundation for me, at least. That's just something that I look for. And then the next foundation is from Flower Beauty. This is the Light Illusion. It is a luminous makeup, and it says all day wear. It does have SPF of 18 in it, so this is going to be a great foundation to wear when you're in the sun, opposed to this one, which does not have any SPF. This just has a beautiful finish. It is a lot more luminous than the other one, so I wear this when I want to be a little bit more dewy, and it just has a really beautiful natural finish, even though it is full coverage. Like, it has great coverage, but it's still, you still look really dewy after you put it on. This one also does not settle into my fine lines or my laugh lines, and it says all day wear on the bottle, and again, I can say that that is true for this foundation as well. I remember like wearing this after like a really long time, like a really long day, and I went and looked in the mirror and I was like, oh my god, my foundation looks really good. Like, it just held up really amazing. So yeah, really like these. Next product is a highlighter. This is from Persona Cosmetics, and I had never used them before, but they went ahead and sent me over their Cali Glow highlighters, and I am in love. This one is in the shade Zuma. It looks like this. And it's a deeper highlight than I'm used to. I'm used to something like the Balm Mary Luminizer, which looks like this, or Becca's, what is this, not Opal, Moonstone. So this is what these look like, and they're very like whitish gold. And I usually am such a darker, or I'm usually such a lighter skin tone. I have self-tan on right now, so I'm much tanner, but I have been using this even when I have no self-tan on, and for some reason it still is so poppin'. Like it just pops no matter what. And I'm like, what the heck? And it doesn't look like that stark, I don't know, I guess I've just been, it looks more of a natural highlight without being natural at all. I'm wearing it today right now. So here's a little side-by-side action between Mary Luminizer and Zuma from Persona. And yeah, you can see how much darker it is, but I've just been, I don't know, it's just so pretty. And they do have a lighter version, which is I think Laguna, and that looks more like this. It's actually even lighter than Mary Luminizer, and I also love that one, but I reach for this one more, which I just never thought would happen because I'm such a white person. Because I have such a light skin tone, and usually the lighter highlights look better on me, but this one has been stealing my heart. Now I'm going to move on to my favorite lashes as of recently, and they are Rogue and Rogue. These are called Black Magic lashes. So I guess the company is Rogue and Rogue, but the packaging says Black Magic on them, so I guess it's just like the name of the lashes, I suppose. But I just really, really like these lashes. They're the ones that I reach for most often. And again, these are faux mink. These are made to look like real mink lashes, but they are not real mink. I do not buy or support any lash company that sells real mink lashes because, as you guys know, well, you may not know. A lot of websites will claim that their lashes are still cruelty-free even if they are using mink, and they say that they, you know, they brush them off the mink and blah, 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 which is just not true. Any mink that are going to be used for beauty reasons, they're still captive, they're still living in tiny cages, and they are not being brushed happily, and that is not how they're getting the hair to use on the lashes. Most mink lashes come from mink farms, and mink farms are there to support the fur industry, which is an extremely cruel industry, and I'm not going to get into that all right now because it's supposed to be a positive video of things that I love. But yeah, I love faux mink lashes because they look exactly the same. It just blows my mind that there are even other companies that have to use real fur when the faux looks exactly the same. You know, I just don't get it. But yeah, these are the style Slayer. They look really, really beautiful. But my favorite style is the one that I'm wearing right now, which is Luminara. And yeah, I just really, really like these lashes. So that is all the makeup that I've really been, you know, loving a lot. I know it's not a lot, but this isn't really just a makeup focused favorites kind of video. I just wanted to stick a bunch of things in here that I've been really liking. So the next two things are going to be more like books and a journal. So the book that I've been really, really liking, I got this for Christmas from my mom, so thank you, Mom. It is by Mira Lee Patel, and I follow her on Instagram after getting this book because the illustrations are just so phenomenal. They're beautiful. It's just right up my alley kind of stuff, and I even tore one out and framed it that I liked it so much, and it is sitting on my nightstand now. So if you guys like cute little illustrative little quotes like this, then I think you will really like this. They just have a different quote on each page and then like a prompt over on this side. And this is called Start Where You Are. It is a journal for self-exploration. This helps a lot with anxiety. If I'm feeling not so great, I can just open it up and really hone in and focus on the question or whatever it's asking. And then all of a sudden I come out of the page and I feel a little bit better. I'm just going to read a little sample from this book so you guys can get an idea of if you might want it. So I knew who I was this morning, but I've changed a few times since then. Ha! Story of my life. That is by Lewis Carroll, and the prompt or question says, think of a major transformation you've been through and chronicle it here. So that one will be a fun page because I'm sure we've all been through a lot of things. And yeah, I really, really like this. This has been helping me a lot in life. I love it actually. Next thing is my bullet journal, and I have been posting a couple of my spreads on my Instagram, and I've been getting so many DMs asking me to do bullet journal videos, and I am going to do that. I have it written down in my bullet journal that I'm going to start doing bullet journal spreads. I just was so nervous starting because I was such a noob that I didn't want to be like, all right, here we go. Like, I'll show you how to do it when I literally had no idea how to do it. And if you guys don't know what bullet journaling is, I should probably explain that before I start showing you what it is. It is basically a blank journal that just has little bullets or dots like everywhere so that you can kind of draw straight lines and have a guide of what you want to do, but it's a planner. So instead of going to the store and buying a planner that already has Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, a note section, a goal section, you basically get to design your planner yourself. So having this journal has really helped me get over a lot of creative blocks that I've had, and it's also helped me to be obviously more organized because that's the whole point of having a planner, and it's just allowed me to really grasp the idea of creating your own life. Because when I first started, I would look at my planner and I would look at my month ahead and be like, oh my god, I don't know what to write, I have nothing to do, I'm not doing anything. And then I was like, ding, like that's the whole point. You get to write whatever you want to do. If I want to go to the park this day, I can just write it down and then I can make that happen. Or if I have somebody that I want to hang out with that I haven't hung out with in a while, I can just make time for that and I can write it down so I can see exactly what I need to do or want to do on a weekly basis, a monthly basis, and a yearly basis. And it sounds like a lot of work, and it kind of is a lot of work. It takes me a couple hours to do one spread. So it just keeps you accountable for the things that you want to do and the things that you need to do, and it just helps you stay on top of your goals. And it's just been really helping me a lot, especially with the whole creativity thing, because you do design the entire thing yourself. So it goes from a blank piece of paper to, you know, like having all of this stuff in here that you get to look back on and be like, wow, like I did that. I did that. You see that? That's me. This is my cover page for May. I did a little bird theme, which these little guys. Then you have your monthly layout, and I always like to do a quote or something, and I have that here, my goals. And then I have my habit and my mood tracker. So I have my habits over here, and then my mood key or whatever, and each bird represents a different day and what my mood was. And then I have my YouTube side, which I have, you know, my sponsorships, my PRs, my video ideas, stuff like that. And then I have, you know, my weekly. So I have, this was May 17th through 13th. This is this week that I just did, and I'm not like super proud of that one, but yeah. So that is the whole idea behind bullet journaling, and I do, again, plan to do more in-depth specific videos about it and why I do it and, you know, my spreads and stuff. So yeah, I really, really enjoy that, and I think it's a great tool for those who like to be creative but aren't as organized as they want to be and just want to get their life together. And then the last thing for today's video that I'm going to talk about that I've been really, really loving recently are podcasts. And I don't know why it took me so long to get into podcasts, because I'm already obsessed with Audible and listening to books. And the only reason that I really got into them is because I follow a girl on Instagram. Her username is Vegan Kitten. And I'm not sure her actual name, but her username is Vegan Kitten. I'll probably put it down below. And she just kept recommending this guy's podcast, and like over and over again was just like, dude, like you need to listen to them. They're so good. I didn't even realize that I had the podcast app on my phone. Like it's already in your phone. So I decided to finally check out this guy's podcast, and his name is Andy Frisella, and the podcast is the MFCEO Project. And it's basically about leadership, management, sales, building businesses. It's all about kind of entrepreneur life. And I'm not an entrepreneur right now, and I don't know if I really plan to become one, but regardless of that, he basically explains that, you know, being in sales and being an entrepreneur, you already are that even if you don't own a business. Like even if you're just in a business, or you look at your life as the business, like owning your life and creating success in life, no matter what the area is entrepreneurship in itself. I guess. I don't know if I said that right, but that's kind of how he explains it. Basically, you don't have to own a business, or you don't have to be even interested in business to get value out of his podcast. And what I love about his podcast are that he has really practical advice for the everyday Joe who's just out there trying to be the best version of themselves that they can be. He has really great advice. He's super blunt, direct. He curses a lot, which I like because I curse a lot. He just gets straight to the point. He doesn't fluff anything up or sugarcoat, and that is just why I fucks with him, because he's just super real, and I really enjoy his podcast. Sometimes I just crave listening to his voice. Like that sounds super creepy, but sometimes I'm like, I just need Andy to whip my ass into shape right now. Like I need him to just hit me with some freaking knowledge and just tell me how to get through this or whatever it may be. I really like listening to him while I get ready. I've just really been hooked on his podcast, and I've listened to so many of them, and obviously some are better than others, but I really do think that a majority of you will get something out of his podcast if you give them a try and kind of go into it with an open mind, because I had no idea what I was expecting when I listened, and I listened to the first one and I was like, I like this guy. I like it. So yeah, highly recommend you checking out his podcast, the MFCEO Project, and, you know, I don't know, learn a little, get a different perspective on life and business and entrepreneurship, especially if you are an entrepreneur. I think you would definitely get something out of it. Like, I don't see how you couldn't, but even if you're not, still go give it a listen. So yeah, that is the end of this video. I hope that you guys got some value out of my video and took something away from it. That is always the point. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. I love y'all. Bye. Mwah. These shits is good too. Salt and black pepper. Salt and fresh ground pepper. These are my favorite too right now. And they're vegan, so peace up, 8 times down. Ow!